So about today's outline, we will see for the about AutoCAD software.
पास में रखो ना, इसके पास हो रहा हो नहीं तो नहीं होगा। हाँ,
Hello.
यस।
So today first we will see about the AutoCAD. Next we will have the visualization of the advantage for the drafting by using the AutoCAD
Can you please
software.
silent? Why are you shouting? Anything wrong? Why?
Further, we will get familiar with the user interface of the AutoCAD. Next, we will learn how to draw a line by using the AutoCAD with command and tools. Next, we will learn about the important tools, how to get drawn through AutoCAD, how to modify, how to get 3D, 2D, everything. Okay? So let's start with the introduction to the AutoCAD. So first of all, what is AutoCAD? Auto stands for the automatic and CAD, that is computer aided designing or drafting. It has been developed in 1982 by the John Walker. The AutoCAD is a computer aided drafting program used by the every engineer for designing office in the world, like for mechanical, to draw the automotive parts, tools, etc. Electrical engineers will use as a ECAD for the electrical drawings, circuitries, etc. Civils and architecture for the drawing the building, and aeronautics and several other departments also use this. What are the advantages for the by using the AutoCAD? We can easily draw anything or modify it with reduce or no error. Means we have the higher rate of accuracy when we draw using this AutoCAD. So we can do the possible dimension of drawing almost automatically. Name itself says AutoCAD means it's automatic. Means we have to give the command and it will be executed by the AutoCAD software. Okay. Complete 3D geometric can be easily rendered or drawn. And we have the pictorial view of with every angle. Means if an object we are drawing in, we can have the pictorial view of any angle. Top view, front view, right view, any angle we can see it. Freeform surface can be designed and rendered using the CAD software. We can draw the freeform surfaces. Next, we have the advantage that we can accurately find the material quantity. How much quantity of material going to be used for the production of anything. Any object which we have rendered in this software. Okay. The next very important is that the store and transfer data safely. As we have created a file or template in this AutoCAD software, we can transfer to anybody through mail or through using the electronic like USB and everything. If we draw in pen, paper, pencil, we cannot transfer this data to anybody easily. Okay? So this is the biggest advantage for the AutoCAD. Next, several other advantages are also there, that the accuracy I have already told. 3D models for the by any mean of 3D model, electrical, mechanical, anything we can draw it. And the finishing of the product we can find it through here. So this is the user interface. When we'll open this software, we will find this. This is the first page where we can draw. Or this is the workspace where we will draw any object or we can work it. So this is the application button where we will find the file, save as, edit, not edit, print, and several other commands which you easily get in the Word and other software also. See, the same thing we can find it in the quick access toolbar also. Here also we can find the save as, everything. This is the info bar. Information means which ID is login and which interface is using here. The main thing is the ribbon area, this area. Maximum of tools you can find it here. It can be segregated in the draw tool, modify tool, annotation tool, layers, and etc. So many tools are there which we will use to draw, modify, dimensioning, annotation, everything. Okay. Some which we will not find here, you can find in the insert, view, this type of general command. This is the file tab where you will see which file is open recently or as of now. This is our cursor. You will find this type of cursor in this software. Navigation bar, view cube. By clicking in this cube, you can see the view, pictorial view of the drawn object. I mean top view, right view, side view, any type of view you can find it here. Okay. This is the command line. This is the very important thing. This is the command line where we'll give the command to the AutoCAD software by keyboard. Okay. Like if you are specifying a line, if you are giving a line command, it should have the starting point, end point, length, angle. This type of command we have to give through this command line. We will see it through practical. Okay. This is the status bar toggle. Here we will find the several toggle bar or status bar. Like that, we have to first of all, let me see. This workspace will be designed in a this type of grid manner. Okay, for the 2D plane, as we will toggle this into the 3D plane by using several commands here. It will change its position to the according to the 3D view. Like that, if you set the toggle to the top view, it will this grid will be come like this. Okay, so this type of command we can find it here. The drawn angle, the status of toggle, we can find it here in this toggle. Next, how to draw a line or how to identify a point first in this AutoCAD software. So for that we have the three type of systems to find a point in this AutoCAD. First is absolute point. Absolute point directly in coordinate geometry we have studied, we can give the XY value. This is the absolute coordinate. Okay, we'll give the absolute value of x in x comma y form, it will execute. Relative rectangular coordinate we will see later, and relative polar coordinate we will see. Next we have some points like 30, 20. You can draw it on your notebook. So if we draw, see this is the XY plane. If this is x, this is y. The 30, 20 will be like this. This is the 30, this is the 20. Same as coordinate geometry we have studied. Absolute coordinate, nothing to worry in this absolute coordinate, is just a XY point. We have to give the x and y value. If you will draw that these points of this absolute coordinate method by giving this x value, this is the y value, x value and y value, you will find this graph. Okay, it's a very easy one. Okay. Next we have the relative rectangular coordinate. In this we have to give the relative value like change in x and change in y. We can see del x comma del y value. Okay. Like that, if we are currently at a position of 30, 20, okay, we have this point 30, 20. We have to go to the next point. Like if I am giving 50, 0, 50, what is the 50? That is the change in x. And what is the 0? That is the change in y. Okay, that is in relative coordinate method. Relative rectangular coordinate method. Okay, we have to give the value in x, del x comma del y. Here in absolute coordinate we are directly giving the x value and y value and it will execute it. But when we go for the relative rectangular coordinate method, we have to use this command add the grade. We have to give the command like add the grade del x comma del y. Okay, you have to give a command like this, then it will identify it is the relative rectangular coordinate method. Okay, see one example we have. If the last point was 12,8, see this is the point 12,8, see in the figure, you can type add the grade 11,7. So what will happen? That will be change in 11 will be changed in the x coordinate and y coordinate will change with the 7. So see, from 12 to it will change to the 11 in x. This is the 11 in x and this is the 7 in y. This point will be identified in this relative rectangular coordinate method. Okay, see the difference between the absolute coordinate and the relative coordinate method. The same point I have taken, which I have taken previously, 30, 20. This is the initial point. Okay, so relative also this will be the same 30, 20. The next point, second point was in the absolute coordinate method minus 20, 20. Okay, so this is the coordinate. If you will write in the xy form, this will be with the minus 20, 20 like this. But when we come to the relative coordinate method, what we will give? We'll give add the grade, that change in from 30 we have to change to the minus 20. So what is the difference? Minus 50. So that will be in the minus 50 and 20 to 20 it's a 0 1. So minus 50 comma 0. Okay, are you getting my point? Similarly we can see the others. Okay, this you may find somewhat difficult, but when we go for the practical one it's very easy. Okay, you may have some doubts with this polar and the relative coordinate method, but as you will sit on the computer you will get solved your all doubts by itself. It's not a big deal. Next, come to the relative polar coordinate method. Polar itself saying some angle term will come. Okay, relative is showing relative thing like del x, del y, like things will come, but polar itself saying the angle, some angle will come. Okay, so if a point is here like that and we have to go this to this point, we have to draw a line through till this. So what we will do, we can give in absolute coordinate method, we can directly give the x comma y value, it will get executed. In relative rectangular coordinate method, we have to give del x comma del y, but in polar coordinate we have to give the value, the change in x, del x angle of the value like 45 degree, 60 degree, whatever the angle will be. Means one is relative value, other is angular value. Okay, we have to give in command. In command we have to give at the grade 40 angle of, this is the smaller than symbol, so better you can see, at the grade for the relative one, since we have the relative. For polar like that, we at the grade we have to give the del x value like that 40 I am giving, this is the smaller than symbol, and we have to give the angle value like that, 45 degree, minus 45 degree, 60 degree, whatever the angle is suitable, we have to give the command like this. Okay. See the example. Previously we are at 12,8. Okay. Now we are giving the command add the grade 11,45. See this is the 11, and we have the angle of 45. Okay, it will come in. Next, the same thing. See the command at the grade 8, smaller than symbol, and we have the minus 45. Just minus 45, it will be specified as a, this will be the angle. Okay. Next, let me conclude this 3 points first. In absolute coordinate method, what we are giving? Just x comma y value. Okay. In relative coordinate, what we are given the command add the grade del x comma del y. Okay. In polar coordinate method, we will give add the grade del x value with smaller than symbol, and whatever the angle we required, that we can give it. Okay. Now first we are creating a template like that. In MS Word, MS Excel, we are creating a file and saving it. Just like here also we are creating a template. It's a template. We are creating a page where we have drawn something and we have to save it. So the first thing is setting the limit. Why we are setting the limit? We have very large space in page. For the if you see in the AutoCAD, it's a very big page. But when we take the drawn object to the somewhere, like we are exporting this data to somewhere, okay, or we are going for the print, all the that much big page we cannot print it. Okay. So what we do first, we set the limit of the page, means what will be our drawing area. Okay. See, this we are setting the first we are setting the page coordinate of the page, means this much area we are limiting for the drawing purpose. So first we are setting the limit. Okay. Next we are setting the units, which type of unit we are using. Okay. Like that millimeter, centimeter, decimeter, whatever the units we have, we can set it. Here in unit only we can find the precision, like we need 0,0, 0,00, 0,000, we can set it here. Okay. Next we set the grid and snap it. I shown that the grid will be like this in our workspace. So first we have to set this grid according to our use. If we are drawing the 2D object, it's a normal thing. The paper, the workspace will be in from starting it will be in the 2D. But as we move for the 3D, we have to change this snap to like this: top view, front view, side view. So we can set our grid first. Next we have to draw our object. Whatever the 2D, 3D drawing we have to perform, we just performing our object drawing. Next, drawing the border line and title block. These are the secondary thing, but if it is required, the drawing border lines, title blocks, the name, like in the next we have to add text. Like that, if you are drawing the top view, we have to write the top. So we can use this text and we can write it. Next we have to save our template. Okay. So first thing we have to set our page limit. Next, unit setting. Next we have to set our grid, which type of grid we need. Next we have to draw the object, the drawing border and title block. naming them and save it finally. Okay. So how we'll set the limit of our page? You may see here, I've shown this. This is our command line. Okay. Here you may see, type a command. Okay. We have to give the command at that place. First, give the command of limits. Okay. As we'll write the limits and put enter, it will ask for the specify lower left corner. For a page like this, if we are choosing this is our workspace, we can choose this is like 0, 0 is our left corner. Okay. As we'll put enter here, again it will ask for the specify upper limit, upper right corner. Okay. So this point we have to specify, like we are specifying like 200 by 200. This is the XY value. Okay. As you have entered this, your page has been set to 0 to 0, 0 to 200, 200. But the grade will not change. So we have to use the zoom command. Okay. So the zoom, what will do the zoom command? This page will get zoomed in this area, for this area. Okay. We can zoom in or zoom out through our mouse pointer also. And one more thing, for AutoCAD we require 3-point mouse always. Left click, right click, and the center one also. Center one also we have the click here. Okay. This will use to move our whole page somewhere. And next we'll give command all. So our page will be, with this limit, the page will get zoom in. For setting the unit, we have the command units. You just write units and press enter. It will open like this. Here we have the drawing units in meter, length type decimal, precision, everything. We can set it according to our thing, our requirement. We have the scale setting, layering, display. We can set it here. Later we can modify it also. Okay, it's not necessary once fixed. We cannot modify it further. We can modify it as per our requirement. In meanwhile, we are drawing any object and all. So, how to give the command in AutoCAD? First of all, the type command. Like that, I have said the limits command. Limits and enter. Units command. Like that, units and enter. These are the types command, typed command. Next we have pull down command. This command, it does not need always to go to the command bar and type our whatever the command is required. Always with pointer, always we have space to write command. You just directly start typing, it will start writing with the cursor command. So this is called pull down command. Don't worry about it. We will see as when we will enter to the practical one. Okay. Next we have the toolbars. Like that. See here. These are the toolbars: line, polyline, circle, arc, rectangle, polygon. Various tools commands are there. Okay. See some useful keys for the AutoCAD. Escape button. Escape you use to cancel the selection. If any object is selected, we can deselect by using the escape button. Okay. Enter button is used to complete the command. Like that, if you have choose the line command, our cursor is always ready to draw a line. After drawing also, our cursor is ready to draw further lines. But we do not require the that command further to draw anything. So we just press enter, it will come out from the command. Sometimes we need to access the command, for that also we require enter button. We will see while doing the practical. F12 button is used to turn on the cursor location, turn on, or you can turn off also, where my cursor is and where I am drawing. For that, F12. Object snap, snapping of the object, better we will see in this in the practical one. Okay, in ortho this we will see in the practical model. F5, the toggle to toggle the grid. Like that, we have the grid in our top view mode, we have to go for the side view mode. So we will press F5, it will toggle our snap, our grid. Okay. C is always used for the used to close the command. Okay. By pressing enter also we can close our command or complete it, or by C also we can close our command, but it has some difference that we will see in the practical one. Okay, let's see here. Just tell him switch it.